West Fraser sold these rights in 2008 to the Compliance Joint Venture, which we'll get to on the next slide, if you will. The only point I want to make there is that these guys really aren't stock promoters. That's not their game. They want to build a real coal mine. The Compliance Joint Venture is 60% owned by the Compliance, or the Comox Joint Venture by the Compliance Energy Corporation, and 20% each by two Asian trading companies. The Asian trading companies put up quite a bit of money to acquire that 29,000 hectares of coal rights that I mentioned, and to fund some of the environmental assessment that the project is now starting up on, and to fund the feasibility study for the project. These two companies are interested in the marketing rights for the coal, so they're not interested in mining or operating a coal mine. They just want to have access to that coal so that they can sell it to the burgeoning market in Asia. So the things that are yet to be done are the environmental assessment and this feasibility study. The word bankable is a term used in the mining industry, and it means a study done to certain industrial standards and professional standards that you can take to a bank, and the bank accepts that study as official documentation of what's actually in the ground. Next slide, please. So the red area marks out those 29,000 hectares that we were just talking about. I won't ask you to read the text on the side because I've got a lot of slides here. I think 400 slides, and we've got 40 minutes. So we'll skip to the next one. So the red area is the 29,000 hectares.
Excuse me, could
yes?
you please speak into the mic more? I'm finding I'm
more?
not hearing and
I'm sorry.
very hard to hear.
I'll do that. I'll just turn myself slightly so I can see the slide I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's okay. Thanks so much.
Well, he's just going to move closer.
Next slide, please. Thank you. So the map on the right shows the names of the various coal deposits on Vancouver Island. You can see they're roughly delimited by the names of the watersheds that they exist in. The bottom two are the Sable River and Sable River South coal deposits, and that's where they intend to develop the Raven mine. Although they do own contiguous rights all the way up, or contiguous coal, all the way up to the Comox coal field, basically almost to Campbell River. So it's a sizable area. A point I'd like to make, though, is that the Hamilton Lake, you can see Hamilton Lake, or the Bear Creek deposit, and the Sable River, or the Raven deposit, have been known about for decades. The first mining in the Sable River deposit was back in the 1880s or 1890s, and at various times through the years, various companies have gone in there and tried to create a mine out of it. None of them have been continuous. From I won't skip ahead of myself here. Could we go to the next slide, if you don't mind? Yeah, so you can see the Sable River coal mine operated from 1946 to 1966. It produced less than 2 million tons, which is in that entire period, which is what this company hopes to, less than what this company hopes to produce in 1 year for 20 years. But at no point there has anybody stayed with this project because it's fairly marginal. The last significant interest in it was about 1987, I think, when Quinson Coal acquired an option on the coal deposit and came down and did some exploratory drilling and had some assays done. And they stalled before they had to spend any big bucks on it, doing a bulk sample. They kind of dragged that process out till the year 2001, I think it was, when they let their option expire. So various companies have looked at this deposit, been interested in some of the things they've seen, but never stayed the course to develop a full-blown coal mine with it. So here today we have a very high regime of coal prices, historically unusually high, which has attracted a lot of interest in British Columbia and indeed around the whole world to mine more coal. So compliance with the Comox joint venture is attracted to that, and they're looking once again at this deposit. Should coal prices, do their cyclical thing and head back down, the viability of this mining proposal goes down with it. Can we go to the outlined area on the right of this map indicates the entire area that they hope to mine. The shaded area, you can see three shaded polygons on the left side, sort of west of Fanny Bay, on Cowie Creek. That's the surface exposure for this mine. That's where they'll put all of their reject ore and their waste pits, and have their coal processing plant, and where they'll be trucking the coal out of the area from. So that's the surface area. It's about